So today's video is going to be a lot different. I kind of wanted to make this video more for myself than anything. Just as a reminder to stop and smell the roses. Or in this case, alligators, birds, and the Atlantic Ocean. But I also wanted to use it as a tool to hopefully inspire others to do kind things, and by paying it forward, or not even paying it forward, but just to use our abilities. We are an amazing community of makers and woodworkers and crafters, and to take those skills and that skill set and put it out there in the world in an altruistic way that, I don't know, maybe helps others stop and smell the roses.
You want to go out in the woods with me? Want to go get some wood?
Say no.
You want to go out in the woods?
So this is Beulah Landing. My son and I trout fish here in the fall. Just a few weeks ago, right over there, they had pulled out a bunch of trees right from the roots, and I was hoping to get some real gnarly root systems for this project, but it looks like they'd already picked them all up. So I figured I'd stop and take a look around. It's really pretty here. Hi honey, I'm home. I didn't find any stuff though.
So?
I went all the way to Beulah and there were no stumps.
No money top.
So my father-in-law gave me some material the other day, quite a bit of it, and he gave me some really wide maple planks and some walnut and some pine and just some nice stuff. And one of the things in my family is, I don't know if I call it a tradition or not, but whenever we're given something like this, we always want to pay it forward. So we take some of the material, we're going to build something and give it away, some random stranger. And the reason I was out at Beulah Landing, I was looking for root stumps because I wanted to make this really cool shelf that I used to make a lot of. But since I couldn't find any, I think we're going to settle for like a farm style bench today. And Dad gave me a lot of 1x material, or 2x material rather, for that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to go give it away. So the material Dad gave me, the 2x, wasn't quite big enough. There was a bunch of 2x8s. So I glued up one big piece for the bench seat, and the ones I was using for the legs had a little bit of a twist in them. So I cut the V-groove in it, so I only had like a short section to glue up, and that kind of made it easier to keep them straight, if that makes any sense. But while they're drying up, I want to go over to the pond and see if the alligator is out. Well, I didn't see the little one in our pond, but I think I saw that 10-footer in the back pond, so I'm gonna go grab the drone and see if I can get some footage of it. So it's been a couple hours and they're dry enough for me to start using. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the clamps and finish the milling. Now this is a really simple project. I'm gonna cut the top to its length. I'm gonna cut the legs to their length with a slight angle on the top and bottom that match. And then I'll cut each of the skirts for both sides to match the angles. And I'm gonna attach everything with screws. And then of course there's the finish. Before I start the finishing process, I'm going to screw the base together. Now I drilled some 5/8 holes 1/4 inch deep, and then I used a 3/16 drill to finish the holes all the way through. And then used some 4-inch legs and just screwed the sides to the skirt. And then repeated the process on the opposite side. Now this finishing technique is the same one I used in the last video, where I use a latex paint as a base, and then I'm going to come back over it and stain it with an oil-based stain. Now this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I like it. It's an easy, simple finish to do. And once I had the base all painted and stained, I painted the top yellow, and then I came back with a pickling stain. It's an oil-based pickling stain that just kind of gave it this worn yellowish look. And then attached the base to the top using skirt clips. Now the next morning I was going to take this out to the beach and just set it out there to give away, but it was raining. So finally it quit raining, and I found this beautiful spot to sit it, so whoever found it could actually sit down and enjoy their surroundings. So I was really happy with the spot I found to leave the bench. It was a really beautiful area. Someone got to sit down for a moment and just enjoy their surroundings. Now I would encourage you to do the same. Go build a bench. You know, if you have a skill saw and a drill, you can build one of these benches. In fact, I did a video about 1.5 years ago on how to do just that, and I'll put a link in the description box below. You don't need a shop full of tools. So if you got a spare $15 or some found material and a skill saw and a drill, go build a bench. Go find a beautiful spot to leave it, so someone else can come along, sit down, and enjoy their surroundings.